Hey everyone, it's Greg with the Bolt Hole. Hope you're having a great Friday and getting through this whole quarantine thing. I can't wait for it to be over personally. I'm ready to get back to shooting some matches. So what we're going to talk about today is selecting the right size of firearm for you. So today I've more or less been sponsored by Glock. I have 5 Glocks here. I've got a Glock 42, which is a 380, a Glock 43, which is 9mm, Glock 26, which is also 9, Glock 19, Glock 34, which are also 9mm. So there's, you can call that a clue. There's a trend there. So the big reason why I want to talk about size of gun today is because we have a lot of newer shooters coming in, and basically with firearm selection, there's a couple of things that we always want to quantify with the customer before we pick out which gun is right for them. Number one is going to be ergonomics. You want the gun to be shootable for you, because if it's not comfortable and it's not shootable, you're not going to train with it. And with a defensive firearm, that's the most important thing. You have to get out there and train. And if you don't like shooting the gun you're going to use to defend yourself, how are you going to be useful with it? That can get you in a lot of trouble down the road. Part two is also selecting the proper size for that shootability. I treat all guns as if they're golf clubs. So me personally, I have something for every different kind of situation I plan to be around or could imagine myself in. So we're going to try to do the same thing with the customer when they come in and say, what is your scenario? A home defense gun is going to look a lot different than a micro compact concealed carry gun where you're wearing it in an office job or selling cars and that sort of lifestyle where you have to wear business casual and you can't hide something, versus home defense where it doesn't really matter what it is because it's in your house and you're just going to need it right then and there. So starting on the small end of things with the Glocks, this is the Glock 42. As I said earlier, this is a 380. It's a single stack gun, 6-round capacity in the magazines, and you can carry chamber as well. It gives you 7, and that's what we recommend you do. With that being said, it's a very, very small gun. A lot of people's hands do not fit this gun, me included. I carry one of these every now and then, but it's a teeny tiny gun. And one of the big things I want to show you here is that when you hold this gun, your pinky kind of hangs off the bottom of the gun. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't think that makes it a very shootable gun. I generally tend to disagree because it's more about gripping higher on the gun when you have a short little gun like this. With that being said, this gun isn't going to fit everybody. And you don't necessarily want to make concessions for ergonomics when we're talking about a defensive gun that you're going to have to shoot quite a bit to get proficient with. So if we step up here to the Glock 43, this little guy is a little bit bigger, but not by much. It's about a 1/4 inch longer in the frame. It's a little bit longer in barrel length. It's a 9mm, and that's where we jump back to shootability. Because it's a 9mm and it's only a teeny tiny bit larger than the Glock 42, it's not quite as shootable as this little guy is. A lot of couples will come in, looking for a gun that will fit a husband and a wife. And a lot of times they'll immediately go for the smallest gun to fit the woman's hands because they're generally smaller. And a lot of times they'll pick this gun up and immediately go, oh yeah, this one will fit perfectly. Again, it's not quite as shootable. Next up, we have the Glock 26 right here. Big thing to mention here is it's basically the same footprint as the Glock 43. Big difference though is that the Glock 26 is a single stack. Glock 43, sorry, I'm saying that backwards. Glock 26 is double stack. Glock 43 is a single stack. This gun is far wider. It's about, I want to say about an inch and a quarter thick, versus this one, which is under an inch thick. This gun is actually going to be a little bit easier to shoot than the Glock 43 because now we have a little bit more surface area and circumference, so I can get more of my hand on this gun. I also have more capacity as well, so this is a little bit more of a workhorse in my book because now we're up to 10 rounds out of the box versus 6. Next up, we come up to my personal favorite, Glock 19. This gun is a 15-round striker-fired handgun, just like everything else here. Big thing to point out here though is I have a proper length frame that I can get all of my fingers on. A lot of people like that because you've got a lot more stability for shooting. Number two, I now have an accessory rail. So this gun fits more than one roll. Where the Glock 42 is only good as a very small micro compact carry gun, this gun now starts to go into the realm of being an actual fighting handgun where I can attach a weapon light to it if it's for home defense, or some people concealed carry with weapon lights. It's really up to you at the end of the day. The problem here is though, is you start sacrificing concealability. It is a double stack, so it's a little bit thicker. It's the same thickness as our Glock 26 right here. But again, that thickness really lends itself to being a shootable gun. It's great for defensive use. Last but not least, I have my Glock 34 right here. This is one of our rental guns. It's got an RMR red dot sight on it. This one is a full-size gun with a slightly extended barrel on it. Basically right here, you're sitting almost at 5 inches in the barrel length, and the recoil on this thing is absolutely minimal. The big thing here too is I'd say come out and test drive these yourself at our range. There's no issue there. You just sign up for a membership and you can try all 5 of these and plenty more as well. Big thing here, this is a great competition gun. It's an even better home defense gun. Like I was saying, there's very, very little recoil on a Glock 34 compared to say your Glock 43. So it's all about quantifying what exactly you're doing with the gun. If you're planning on defending your home, this is going to be far better than this little bitty guy. It's got more ammo in it. It's got far less recoil. You can shoot a lot faster. So these are just a couple things that we really try to go over with the customer when they're selecting their firearm. The thing I want to end off on is that we really need to quantify what you're doing with the firearm. So when you're looking for a gun, think less about what the gun looks like and how cool it is and all that good stuff. Think more about, hey, what size do I need for what kind of job I'm trying to complete. If you have any questions, please give us a call, 913-432-0050. Hit us up on Facebook or Instagram. We'll be happy to help you. Have a great day.